Green light. Go, go, go.
Good evening, everyone. Just setting some things up here before the race starts and the server resets in about 8 minutes. So enjoy some of the cars going around track. We're getting a few things settled here. Okay, so welcome to round 2 of the GTMR XEL Ford versus Ferrari series. We are here at the Unreal Suzuka circuit here in Japan. About a 3.06 mile long track with, I think you're looking at about 18 turns. So tons of action here. Very, very technical Sector 1 with the S's. And a good overtaking spot if we can grab onto the number 53 as he's coming up the long straight here up to 130R. Very tough corner. As you can see, a little bit of a struggle there, slightly wide. But hard on the brakes here at the 100-meter board. Dive in, you can cut the corner pretty good there and there to start the downhill towards the start-finish line. Check out any more of these cars on track. There's the 16 of Glow Stakes. Did okay last week. Had a solid effort. Sitting in P15 currently in the championship at 41 points, driving the Ford. Looking to improve on that this week. Idodo goes to the top at a 201.032 in the Ferrari. Ferrari currently has the championship lead manufacturer at the moment. Think about like 305 to 218 currently. Just pretty much looked at the guys in the top 10 and looked at the Ford versus the Ferrari. Just kind of tallied them up to get an idea, and that's where we currently are. NLR and Dam from last week took fastest lap and the win to vault himself up to the top of 62 points in P1. Tripod in P2, NSR Styles in P3, Gowney in P4, Klorp in P5, Thormakuni in P6, Mad Sai in P7, Lottie Body P8, Skunky High 5 P9, and Doug's Balls P10.
green light. Give it all you can.
Okay, welcome to round 2. See, we make sure we get our cameras right for this exciting race here at Suzuka. About to happen. Change up, get the old helicopter cam up in the air. There we go. And we're here, folks. Round 2. GTMR XEL versus Series, Ford versus Ferrari. There's a couple guys just loading into the server, looking for a big grid again today. I think we're looking at 37 or 38, supposedly. Our championship leader, Andam, is here. Going to look and see if our P2 tripod is here. He does not look like he has rolled into the server yet, so could be an opportunity for a couple of other guys to make a move up the leaderboard. But week 1 went good over at Barcelona with Andam, P1, tripod P2, and Styles P3, which I'm looking for him too, and I'm not exactly seeing him at this point. Yeah, there he is, Styles and P3. So 2 Fords were on the podium last week up in Barcelona. And it was exciting. It was exciting. Definitely some action into turn 1 there, and I'm assuming we are going to see the same thing here. Because if anybody knows this track, turn 1, really, really difficult. Let's see if we can go on board with the 444's BMW 7762, just so we can kind of see what we're talking about here. So he heads down into turn 1, heavy on the brakes. You got to really ride the inside, let the car run out to the out, and then kind of feather the throttle through here. And then it's all about momentum, carrying it through these S's. Awesome when you get it right, but time consuming if you don't. Here you just kind of let the car glide through. Then you'll run out here, head yourself down into turns 8 and 9. Going to cut the curve a little bit through there. Again, just let the car roll through. Pick up the throttle, head down into the tight corners. Down here in the hairpin. Important, really important for a good exit here. Now you'll carry all this speed up to the famous 130R, heading over top of the track that runs below. It's going to be a lot of action through here, a lot of track limits potentially. But it should be a blast. Now 30 guys in the server here, 4.5 minutes to go until we get cracking with quali. Just make sure we got all of our Fords and Ferraris in here. Let's just double check. There's Freebird down there in the Ford. Looking at the leaderboard, though, a lot more Ferraris this week than Fords. So this is a trial and error type thing. Might have to figure out just making sure guys kind of stick with that car, and a lot of guys probably did. It's just maybe we have some that aren't here and some that have come in and joined the Ferrari squad. So it's all good. It's just that these guys are out here. We're having fun. We're racing, and I wanted to call out. Don't see that he's here. Bambino is here, but was told last week that I was pronouncing the Schweitzer or Schweitzer. I was pronouncing it Schweizer Motorsport, but it is Schweitzer Motorsport. For those guys in the esports series. There's Mad Sai rocking his purple Mustang livery. Looking good. $2:25 to go. Till quali. Got 29 participants at this point. Most are just kind of waiting for the timer to run down. 2:01. You're looking probably maybe 2-minute flat is pretty much a goal for some of these fast guys. Van Dam, those kind of guys, Styles, Doug's will probably be up in the 2-minute range. Of 1:59 would be insane, but it is doable. But you really got to hook up the lap. There's Mad kind of battling with a couple Ferraris here on in the practice session, just making sure everything is working. Gauges are working, tires are kind of getting up to temp. We're looking at 16 degrees Celsius on a fast track currently with no weather predicted. Looking like it's going to be sunny. It is about 7:15 in the morning here at this point out in Japan. It is. It's about, 6:18 in the morning here. Beautiful day, sunrise. Track should evolve as we go through. Race starts should be around 7. If anybody is watching this particular broadcast, please do not put any information about the F1 race in the chat, if you don't mind. I have the old recorder going for that. Watched the first few laps, saw Lewis go off and beach himself, and then a safety car and the restart. And I had seen Leclerc had put a gap of 1.2 on Max. So again, please no spoilers. I'd appreciate it. 30 drivers currently. I make 31, I believe. And I don't count. It's just a voice. Attended Genie here. Always pretty quick. The King has made his way back into the Ferrari because it is a Ford versus Ferrari setup. Definitely going to have some new guys this week. El Bambino, he is there. and looking to improve on last week's result. A couple guys still on track, just working a few of the kinks out. 420 of Mad is still out on the track. We'll join in with him. Well, we could have joined in with him. We'll join back with him. If anybody's tuning in, just put something in the chat there. Put it in the chat that you're excited for round 2. Because Matt's going to come across the line. It's him and one other cat on the track. He'll dive in, and we're going to start qualifying.
Go, go, go.
Here we go. Folks are funneling out onto the track. See if we can catch up here. There's Doug's balls. If you say it a certain way, it means a certain thing, but he's pretty slick with the way things come across there. Old Sim Racer joining us here this week. Don't believe he was at the event last week, but there is one free drop round you get in this particular series. So some guys, maybe if they didn't like Barcelona, they threw it into the trash. But lovely purple and white livery there on the Ferrari 296. Going back through here a little bit, Idodo in the 51 Ferrari. Lovely green and white with a little bit of black and burgundy trim there. Looking great on his outlap. See where guys are, see if we can get towards the front, see if we can pick up whoever's the first one here. Or we'll just do this. Might be Doug's. Is it Doug's? Nope, it's not Doug's, it's the 42 of B. Matthews 717. I believe my man hails from England area, the UK, so he's rocking the colors, blue, red, and white, representing. We're going to go on board with him, as he will be the first one to cross the line to start a lap. If anybody's watched broadcast in the past, Clorp for the win. I got you, bro. I feel you, man. He's solid here at this particular event, but anyway, he's going to start lap 1 here of quali. And again, he's going to head down into turn 1. Brake at the little access road there. Tap it. Continue the speed. He should be still valid there with the red and white curbs. Heading his way through turns 3, 4, 5, and 6, and now 7. Really got to try to keep the momentum going through here. And you can mash the gas at that point there, heading yourself into turn 8. A little dab of the brake. Right here. A little bit wide, but I believe he's still valid. And now, this looks like to me it's going to be probably more of a banker situation. Let me see if I can get back to him. Here we are. We'll get around the backside of him here and just kind of watch how things happen going into turns 13 and 14, otherwise known as Spoon Curve. All you F1 cats who watch F1, you know that. These cars don't go through it as quick, but the concept's still the same with going out wide, catching the apex, and mashing the gas. Looks like he's unfortunately, he's slowed things up, I think, and he's going to start another lap. We'll go to the BMW on the 444s in the Ferrari, which I believe he is also invalid. I believe. We're just going to do this. Let's go through Let's go through this lap here and see if maybe the scoreboard or the timer is a little bit off. Let's see, because most of these guys have already come across. Let's just see here. Yeah, okay, registered 203. So he put a 203, and I think B. Matthew was a 201, but I believe it was invalid. We're going to go back and check that. 2023 P7. So going back through, let's see if we can go on board with any of these guys that are coming to the line. 60's coming to the line. He is going to post a 2024, puts himself up into P4. Checking back here, the 14 of Thus 6107 is going to be coming to the line. See if he puts a time in. He does not. He is going to start a lap at this point. Andam is just coming out of the pits, kind of letting a little bit of the chaos unfold. He's going to have a nice gap behind the 666. Smart move there to come out. Doug Ball's at a 2010, currently leads Matt M by 0.032. And then a 6/10 gap to Idodo, which should close up. We'll keep an eye out on Andam, see how he does. Mad Sai going through turns 13 and 14 right now. Actually, currently, no, he's going through turns 10 and 11, heading to 13 and 14. Currently, I don't know where he stands on his lap. We will check back in. The 97 is coming to the line. Currently, a rookie, the King 97, will put himself up into P14 with that particular lap. The 42 is coming to the line of B. Matthew 717. He'll try to do it again to put one down that is valid. He puts himself in. Possibly not valid again. The 82, Doug Ball, is coming to the line. Doesn't close the gap. Half a second back. Gowney, last week was in P4, is now in P3 currently. Klorp puts himself up into P3 at a 0.894 back of the lead of 2 minutes 498 of Matthew M. Checking again, going a little bit further down. Guys are pumping in laps quickly. I'll do what I can to keep up with it. Manser comes to the line. Does not improve. The 51. Of Idodo coming to the line. Does improve. Goes 2/10 back of the lead. Where is Matt at this point? Matt M. Doesn't look like it's the greatest of laps right now. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's see where our championship leader is. Andam. Just warming up the brakes. He's got the brakes. He's got the brakes on right now. Just kind of warming them up, getting them nice and hot. Come to the line. The 666. Armor Kinger is 1.9 back. Coming to the line, the 29 to try to put his first lap in. Apex, 55.40. Does not put one in. What's up, Shadow? How you doing, brother? Yeah, go Mustangs Freedom. They're going to struggle this week, though, because quite a bit more Ferraris are here as opposed to the Mustang. But I think that's going to happen throughout the season. The King 97 comes to the line. Does not improve. Who's coming now? The 42 to try to set a lap. B. Matthew again. Will he put one in this particular time around? B. Matthew does put one in. Puts himself up into P13, 2.2 seconds back. Matt running through the S's at this point. We are looking to see where Gowney is. Gowney also starts a lap. He is now invalid. Idodo, 2/10 back of the lead. You see you've got 6 Ferraris currently in the top 6 positions. He'll run into some traffic there. Does a nice job to get out of the way. Might have slowed him up a little bit. We will see when we come to the line. Currently 2/10 back of the pole position set by Matthew M. of a 2 minute 498. Idodu goes to the top, 2 minute, .265, 2/10 up on Matthew M. Doug's currently into Sector 2 at this point. A couple of the guys that are towards the back. Andam has yet to put in a lap, but he's currently on one. We'll keep an eye there to see. The 73 is coming to the line of Sabre. Will he improve? He does. Puts himself into P10, 1.8 back. The 789 of Klorpt was all here towards the top, coming to the line. Will he improve? He does not. Stays 1.1 back. Madsai currently into turns 10 and 11. Keep an eye on him. He should be catching up with Andam. He should be heading up across to exit really tight to the inside wall, looking for as much time as he can get. Will he? Where does he go? Where does he go? 159.6. The leader of the championship is in the building. 6/10 up on Idodu. Idodu is saying, I need to think about it a little bit and figure out what I want to do with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the qualifying session. The 441 coming to the line of Attended Genie. He does improve. He goes to P5, 1.1 back. Styles, lovely looking livery. Feeling a little bit of the Philadelphia Flyers there in that. I'm not sure if he's American Cat or not. I don't think so, though. Cuts the corner well there. Hugs the inside here. Man, that is close. Close to valid. We're going to see as he comes to the line. Hangs it out wide, though. Actually, just aborts the lap. The 667 coming to the line. Madsai running through Sector 1. Klorpt. Last few corners here. Looks like he's slowing things up to start another lap. Who are we looking at? The 73 of Sabre coming to the line. 2.4 back. I like this camera. It's just a little more difficult for me to, let's see here. Actually, no, because it's taken me forever to figure this out. Andam is coming to the line again. Will he improve and to completely gap the system? He does. Holy moly, 59.4. Guy's insane. Idodu thinking about it still. Matt M. starting a lap. 0.8 of a second back. Doug's is going to be coming out of the last few corners here to come to the line. Will he hug the inside wall? He will not. This is either a start of a new one, but we'll find out here in a second if he improves. He does not, but Attended Genie does. He's 0.7 back in P number 2. Matthew M. heading through turn 7 into turn 8. Nice through there. Looking to gain 0.8 or at least half a second to try to do something to put pressure on Andam, or he's just going to run away with it. The fleet of foot tripod in the Ferrari is not here this week, and it's unfortunately maybe going to show. But I don't count any of these guys out. They're all fast, good racers, and they just want to do well and they want to win. So you can't fault anybody for that. Klorp's going to come out through 15, 16, I believe. See if he hugs the inside corner, try to take some of that time away. He will not. We'll have to see how he's going to do here at this juncture of the qualifying with 1:20 to go. Klorpt does not improve, stays 1.9 back. The 80 of Andam, can he do it again? Is not staying tight to the wall. Let's see if he improves on his 59.4 currently. He does not. This will be his last lap. The 14 of Thus coming to the line. 3 seconds back currently. He does not improve. He is on his final lap. The 82 of Doug Balls coming to the line. He will have time to start another lap. Does not improve. The 86. That's Mad Sai, I believe. Mad. No, that's Thomakuni. Dips into pit road. The 420 of Mad. He'll probably shoot me. Dips into pit road. And the 80 of Andam is currently on a lap. I don't know if anyone's going to scare it. Gowney's going to attempt it, though. He's coming out of the final corner. This will be his final attempt to cut into the 1.190 second gap he has to P1. Suspense is killing me. 1 second now is the gap. He improved a little bit. Not sure Andam really needs to do it other than just to run it through people's face that he is the class of the field currently. Got some guys coming to the line. The 97 of the King will not finish the lap. He'll dip into pit road. Ford Mustang coming to the line. The 115 of Glow Stakes will improve by 0.2 to put himself into P23. And the 80 of Andam, I mean, my man should just pull off. He does. Nice guy. The 53 coming to the line. Lorenzo has not put in a lap. We're feeling for Lorenzo at this point. He needs to put one in to put himself somewhere on the grid. 4-team Ferrari. Does he do it? He does. He improves to 28th. Unfortunately, 5 seconds back. But at this point, we're going to have qualifying done and dusted. NLR Andam P1, Matthew M P2, Attended Genie P3, Idodu P4, Gowney, Doug's Balls, NSR Styles VXR, Matt Sycaster, Clorpt, and El Bombino finishes out your top 10. We'll be right back. Going to post a few things here in 1 second. We've got Saber. What's up, brother? Chris, Ev, SS, Clorp. Let's go. A lot of Clorp fans in here. Clorp, you better do something to represent for your boys here. You're starting P9. Starting P9 Andam, it looks like to me, unfortunately for most, but fortunately for him, is the class of the field at this point. Looks like he probably needs to just kind of get away safely. And yeah, he's the boss, Chris. You got it, bro. Nice guy, man. He's a great guy. But he needs to get away and hopefully just eliminate any issues into turn 1. If he can do that, he'll probably get away, I would think. But Attended Genie, great jive there, great driving quality, got himself up into P3. Mad Sai has qualified his Ford Mustang into P8. Let's check in with our buddy, Mr. Freebird, is at 26th. Apologies, Mr. Freebird, I did not get you in qualifying. There was a lot going on there. Rank Sonic says, just send it into first corner, hope for the best. 100% the case, but in Andam's case, He's hoping that nobody sends it, but for Clorpt, 100%. And you know what's funny? Thank you very much, Chris. And what's funny is not funny, but what I'm going to do is for the crowd and for the chat, we're going to go on board with Clorpt to go into turn one in a helicopter cam and see how he does. Actually, no, we're going to go in the camera just behind the car and see how he does into turn one, and we can kind of see what's going on from him to the top 9 guys in front, the top 8 guys in front. What's up, Jeannie? Thanks for sticking in, bro. Dude, great quali. Keep it up, and be careful into turn one, bud. But glad to see you here, man. Great quali.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Guys are they're pulling the belts tight at this point. Water bottles are in place. Piss cups are in place. And
20 seconds.
we got 20 seconds to go before we fire them up. 45 minutes if you are new to this particular event. But most GTMR events recently over the last 2 seasons have been a 25-second mandatory pit stop. So you are required to take fuel, but you are required to also sit in the pit lane for 25 seconds. I'm just going to grab this camera real quick if I can. For 25 seconds. So you need to sit there for 25 seconds. You take on fuel, right? At that point, come on. At that point, you can either take tires for an extra 5 seconds, or you just take fuel, sit there for 25, and gain 5 seconds on the guys that that took tires. So it's a risk reward type situation. This track, in my opinion, kind of heavy on tires, especially into sector 1. My opinion is I would take tires. But that's just me. So I'm nowhere near these guys as far as skill set goes. I like to think I am, but in reality, I'm just there to kind of have fun and do my thing. But Chris, that's cool, man. You can watch Clorp stream just to keep mine going too. just messing, bro. All good, man. I appreciate you stepping in and checking in. So, but it should be a good one here. Let's go back through the field, check out some of the liveries. Loving the Sabre livery, the number 73 with the white, blue, and light blue there. Woo Darren in the 93 in the red badge rookie type situation right now he's got going on, but he's here. He's here to try to finish well, make up some positions from P17. And earn some XCL rating points and get himself up into higher categories that will allow him to race in higher category specific races, which is also fun. Thus, we saw him earlier. Doug's Balls is in the all black with the red trim. The guys are heading down into Spoon Curve, so we'll kind of run through some of these here. Hushed Webb in the 21, rocking the blue and the reddish color there. Apex in a Ferrari, the number 29. The King. We're looking for. Here's Clorpt in the XCL exclusive livery. Bambino in the Ford Mustang. Glow Stakes, Mad in the purple. The guys are heading up. Freebird, the Ford Mustang, gray, black, and white livery with the gray rims. Absolutely love it. Matte, looks like a matte finish. We'll see what we can do to get on board with him right here. So freaking awesome livery. We're going to go See if we can get on board as the guys are queuing up. See if we can grab our buddy Clorpt. There's Clorpt. Clorpt with his exclusive esports teammate Mad Sai outside to the left of him there. This is going to get spicy, 100% guaranteed. As soon as that thing goes green, do you broadcast any other championship races? I do not. Most of the time I race in them, but I have done them in the past, not through XEL, but through some other things. But I enjoy it, so it is fun. But if you're asking because it's good, cool. If you're asking because I should be off of it, maybe not cool. But we're coming to the line. The guys are hanging at 43 mph, 70 kph.
Green light.
Green, green, green. We are on the board with Clorpt, heading down into turn 1. Things will get spicy. Can 100% guarantee it. Late on the brakes. So far, so good. Andam seemed to have gotten away. Clorpt and Mad Sai being respectful. Both guys going through. Don't see a lot of yellow on the board. This is awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Attended Genie sitting right now in P3, it looks like. Lost the spot. Matt doing what he can to hang with Andam. A little bit further down the field here. Got problem is the timing board goes absolutely berserk here. So there's a ton of action though, ton of close action. Attended Genie getting the business from Madodu from just behind as they head down into Spoon Curve for the first time. Nice exit by Attended Genie. We go into the front part as he's right up the rear end of Matt M, heading up to 130R. Matt M trying to hang on to the back of Andam. This is your 1-2-3. Andam, it looks like he's got about a 1.8 second gap currently to Attended. Heavy braking zone here at the 100 meter board. Hang right, cut the curb, hang left, engulf the curb. El Bambino in the Ford Mustang. Thor McCooney in the Ford. You got triple Fords in 9, 10, and 11. Bambino back up front to Attended Genie, trying to hang on to the back of Matt M. Go awesome action so far. Guys have been really clean, which is good to see. Andam to a 2-second lead at this point. Attended Genie hanging on to the back of Matt M by a 1/10. Madodu back to Attended by 2/10. Checking back here in the back. Freebird hanging, just kind of letting things settle. Might have a little bit of an incident there in the beginning. A little bit of damage, looks like possibly on the front end of the Mustang there. And a little bit further up, we've got Lorenzo trying to do what he can to get in front of Z Knights Racing in the Ford 711. Beautiful livery there on the McWab there. It's number 808 Ferrari, mustard green Sabre. Yeah, the timing board is still a little messed up. It's got 666 there, just behind the 808, and 2 in between. So it'll work its way out. But Andam has set sail at this point. Checking in with Doug's. Oh, and Clorpt looked like he's spun. Clorpt is spun. This is going to be tough for him for his race. He's got to let everybody go by because you don't want to enter the track unsafely. He could make a hard left, and he does. Now he makes a right. Gets himself on track just in the little gap. Oh! Oh, wheel spin, and the Mustang is off into the side. Freebird goes through, but that was, I'm not sure who that was back there in that Mustang. It's probably Francis. Yeah, it's Francis 6380. Yeah, tough one there for Klorb. Looks like he might have just gotten on the outside curbing, spun, and then rejoined, wheel spin because the tires were hot, and kind of clipped the 65 there. We're gonna have to see what Klorp does. Unfortunately, his boys in the chat might not see much of him, but Chris, maybe you can let us know. And then Francis is off again. Chris, if you're watching Klorp stream, maybe you can let us know what happened there. I'm gonna see if I can load up another stream here. So we got Mad Sai here on the old iPad stream. I have to talk to Mad, see what he's using for his broadcasting stuff, because he's got some sweet logos and stuff on the old stream there. Back to the racing. Andam currently 3.4 second gap. As long as he can keep it within the lines, it looks like a possible second victory in a row. Matt M. Adodu getting a ton of work from Doug's balls. Actually, no, that's Attendagini. Attendagini and Matt M. Attendagini and Adodu. I'm sorry, Adodu and Matt Attendagini are battling. Gowney just behind, trying to pick up the scraps. And there's the Ford Mustang of our third place finisher last week, NSR Styles VXR. Chris, looks like Klorp had kind of gone off track right outside of 130R and spun, and then had to wait for the entire field to go by other than the last 4 cars. He came back on track, spinning the wheels, clipped the 65 of Francis, and sent Francis into the wall. So Klorp right now sits in P27, currently in the pits. Going to try to take, I guess, his pit now, and just like Tripod did last week, see if he can make things up with the pace that he has. Checking in with some of these guys here. We've got 3 distinct kind of gaps. We've got the top 2 guys and the first big train, and then kind of a middle train, and then the back train there. So things are kind of settling, but we're going to go into the mid-pack here in the 97 of the King. Looks like there's a lot of action around him. Basically a Ferrari race at this point. You've got 8 Ferrari drivers. No. Yeah, 8 Ferrari drivers all in a row from P11 to P18 currently battling. Stop go for Armakinger. Not going to be good for him. 2-second gap only to Matt M. So he's doing what he can to hang with him. On board with Mad Sai. Coming out of the final corner. Ford Mustang dropping the horses. We're at a 201.132 last, 335 this last lap. Very consistent 132 before that. So Mad's hooked up at this point. He's got the track down. He's just trying to put in some consistent laps, put the pressure on Doug's and NSR. Francis in the pits. Freebird crosses the line, ran at 205.9 last lap. Hey, Alexi, what's going on, man? Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, Klorp's not too happy, 100% guarantee that. See if we can get into the in-car of someone here that's kind of in the middle of a battle. There's Matt M, just trying to keep the Mustang in sights of NLR. Easier said than done, 100%. But this camera's pretty cool here, where you actually kind of see the G's and the kind of the movement of the car, to where it would be affected as opposed to just a two-dimensional. I'm in both. I'm in both. Yeah, NLR guys are quick, buddy. Let's do this. Let me get out of this camera. Spectator mode. I'll show you. Down here. Is that what you're asking, bud? A little bit of a battle going on here with Z Knights Racing and McWab and Blue Darren. A couple guys still in the pits. Francis looks like he's probably just going to reside there, and Armor Kinger is serving his drive-through. Klorpt is back out on the track. He is the first one to have pit and handled all of the requirements for his pit. Well, I'll have to keep an eye on him when things happen and some of your leaders start to pit. A little further up, checking in here with Gowney, doing what he can to get onto the back of attended Genie. Madstye is still hanging in 7th right now, doing a really, really good job. 2.4 seconds back of Styles. Checking in on Ramakuni, the 86 Ford Mustang, 1.6 back of El Bambino. So Lexi, man, you're really helping me here, bro. I appreciate it. So if I join in driver mode and hook up keyboard, change the cams, F3 for off-board, F6 in-car. Cool, man. I'll definitely look into it for next week. I think my son actually has a keyboard. Maybe he'll let me borrow it. But dude, I appreciate it, man. Big props to you. Appreciate it. Do you race in these, Selexi, at all? And through XCL? Okay, I appreciate it. Current fastest lap looks to me of a 59.337, which was the last lap. Thinking. But right now the gap's up to 4 seconds, so. Yeah, Sonic. You better be, man. At the moment, run a Monday multi-class race only due to comms elsewhere. Sometimes do Saturday races, varying at one work. Actually used to do comms here before went to another league. Okay. Well, hopefully I'm doing okay. Unfortunately, when there's not a lot of action, it's kind of tough. But hopefully I'm doing okay. Just I normally run in these in this championship. This is actually a championship that I run on the GTMR side, so I'm kind of the GTMR guy. and we needed a commentator, so I decided to do that as opposed to run the race. So Sonic says, I want some of that broadcast airtime. Yeah, man, I'll get you some, 100%. 100%. All right, check it back in. These guys are getting me off track here. The biggest battle we've got is going to be, looks like P12 through P16. That's going to be our top battle at this point. So we're going to keep an eye here on B. Matthew trying to make a run in on Sabre. 0.2 of a second separates them through Sector 1 and through the S's here. 30 minutes remaining in the race. Guys are going to start figuring out pit. The 82 of Doug Boss, I believe, is in the pits, taking an early one here, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him. B. Matthew 717 all over the back end. Thanks, Sonic. Appreciate it. Checking in on that new guy, 120, 9/10 back from Croder in P12. This is P12, P13 battle. P14 of Sabres right behind. This is definitely the biggest battle we've got. Let's go up here. The King doing what he can to fend off the charging Ferraris just behind. BMW 7762 has kind of set a gap there to the King. So the King's got himself and then basically 9/10 gap to the 3 or 4 guys behind him. So he'll be under pressure for a bit. Andam still leads this race as he comes to the line to put another lap in with 29 minutes to go. Matt still doing what he can to hang on. He's 5.4 seconds back. Idodu 4 seconds back to that. Attended Genie at 2 seconds back. Downey just within a second, which is good there. But other than that, most of your battles are going to be right here. So we're going to stay here for a little bit. We've got some guys off track between the new guy and Sabre and 717 B. Matthew. So this is our battle here. Keep it on this camera here, so we've got a rear view of Sabre just behind, and we're going to see some of the lines that Matthew takes to try to pick up some time on that new guy, 120. Both guys are solid racers, as you can see by the color of their badge. They're going to be most likely in the bronze category at this point. But they've definitely been here enough to where they know good racing. You're not going to see a dive bomb or two here and there unless we're probably heading towards the last lap or two. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, the chat's here, man. They're here for a reason. So, Alexi's giving me some tips here on some of that stuff. If you want to note this down, so you have callouts, first curve, sneak S's, done. Yeah, you're not going to get me there, bro. I'll do spoon 130R, but I was looking at doing that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to be running through an entire lap as B. Matthew takes advantage of that new guy going wide, and he's made the position up into P12. That guy falls back to P13. Great move there by Matthew. He's moved his way up one position. Now sets his sights on Mansour Croder, 1.6 seconds ahead of him. Matthew M. now 6 seconds back. Ms. Alexa, yeah, I appreciate it, man, for real. I mean, all the help, dude. All the help. I'm just an old head here, just having some fun with some young cats. So, checking in on Gowney in P5 currently is solid. Another solid performance. I believe he was P4 last week, so he stands to maybe make a move onto P2 Tripod, who isn't here this week. NSX Styles, he's got behind him, so he stands to make up some ground on him also in the championship. Checking in. Sabre has now found his way into the pits. Let's see if we can check in with Clorpt and see where he is for the fans of the legend. Clorpt in 27th. We'll check his pace. 2:01.4 is last lap. 2:01.1 is his best lap. So the pace is good. We're going to have to see what kind of pace he's been running compared to some of the guys that are in pit lane at this point. P24 and P23 are in pit lane currently. Those guys are out of the pits. He will, looks like, make up a position on P26. So you're checking in with Clorpt. He's now made his way up to P26. Some guys in front have pit, and he's got a pretty big gap. So he's got some work to do there to make up spots and get himself up into the top 20. We'll check in with him later. Oki Sosu is in the pits. As you can see, he's got tons of damage there. Checking in with Andam. Just continuing 7.4. We're going to go on board here. We'll just go on board and see how he runs through this section here. Keeps it nice and tight to the right, which should open up the left. Feather the throttle and the brake. Mash it to the floor coming out of here. Looks very, 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 very smooth. Nice and wide there. Maybe a little wide. See how he gets down here in the smooth curve. Yeah, Andam is putting it on the field. 8.4 seconds. Sonic, he makes it look so easy, but it ain't. 100% agree. 100% agree. Especially the Mustang. I've put some time into the Mustang, which was another reason why I wanted to do this series, because I wanted to learn the car a lot more, and just ended up commentating. So I'll put more time in the car, but I've tried it at different tracks, and I'm a Ford guy. Own a 93 LX50, so I'm a big Ford guy, and I just haven't been able to kind of get it down. But I definitely want to, because it's definitely got pace. My man throws the blinker on and heads into pit road, into pit lane with 23 minutes, gets it slowed down, and he'll be fine. Matt M is going to go past him and assume P1. Chat survey: what country is everyone watching from? Go first there, buddy. All right, chat, whoever's here, just where are you guys from? Where are you watching from, man? I am currently streaming in the United States of America on the East Coast in the rectangular shaped state of Pennsylvania. UK for Sonic.
Keep pushing.
You did UK flag. Yeah, I see it. I see it. Netherlands for Chris. So, Chris, are you a Max Verstappen guy? Please tell me you're not. Just kidding. And again, please, no spoilers on the F1 race if you guys are watching it. Andam still in the pits. Currently still has the fastest lap. Pit road's getting busy. I'm going to change the camera here real quick. And Zalexi, I want to ask you, if I am, do I need to do that replay thing to get to the helicopter cam if I use the keyboard in driver mode? Asking for a friend. Lando gang, let's go. Nope, F3. All right, sweet. Yeah, I'm getting a freaking keyboard, bro. Appreciate it, man. I knew there had to be a way, because it's like so just non-cool. But we're going to roll into this this camera here for a little bit. Matt M coming around here, the final few corners. Wow, he's very wide there. Will he dip in to see if he can do something to cover off? It looks like he will. And we're going to go on board with Andam, see where he is on the track at this point. Getting ready to head down down through 12, 13, and Spoon Curve there. Only found out a week ago. Well, man, that's awesome information, dude. I really appreciate it. Legendary. So I can't wait to actually to try this stuff out. It'd be really, really cool. And has anyone in the chat heard anything about the ACC Evo? I know console's going to be a while. I saw a little bit of video of Jardier put a video out, and it looks pretty cool. So let's go back in on and check out B. Matthew. Matthew M. has not left the pitch yet. And Andam has sailed through. Plenty of gap there for him. So he's made it through his pit stop, and things look like it's going to be a slam dunk. That's weird. NSR Styles has made his way out of the pits, still in P13, so he'll probably stay in like P4, P5. Gowney looked as if he covered him off, and he did. So Gowney held on to the position. Clorp P19. The Clorp fan club of Chris EHVSS. Keep an eye on Clorp. Madsai currently, as I check his stream, is at P11. Madsai has pit, so stop and go for Mech Webb. It's going to be a killer. It looks like he's speeding out of pit road or into pit road. Stop and go 30. These guys here at the top have not pit. So as I say that, Adodu comes in. Attended Genie comes in. Croder is just coming through 130R now. See if he dips himself in. We're going to go back if we can, and we'll start checking out some times. A lot of these guys are going to dip in now with 18 to go. Nobody's going to run really long. Croder's in. The King is also in. Knights continues on. So Knights continues on. He's going to see if he can do an overcut there on the King, as the King takes his Ferrari, rolls down in through pit road. So right now, as things stand, Andam is sitting at P1. He's got about a 10-second gap to Matt M. He's gained a few seconds in the pit stop. These guys here, Andam now makes his way to P2 as he's crossed through the start-finish line and crossed over the guys that were in the pit road area getting serviced. Knights Racing is not pit yet. But anybody in the chat, anybody ACC Evo, any thoughts on it? I don't know. I've seen some of the video. I don't know, man. I'm into this particular game with just focused on GT3, GT4, GT2. You know, and the M2 stuff. I just don't know about that Evo game and the other cars that are involved, like a Forza type situation, or a Gran Turismo type situation. I don't know. Just give me your thoughts if you guys have any of it on that particular situation there. Things are definitely spreading out here. Unfortunately, not as exciting of a race. I think we've just had Clorp, which we caught spin. Not to bring it up again, because he'll probably kill me for that, but just that's kind of been pretty much the only action. We're down to 28 drivers, so I think we've lost a couple. Yes, Clorp fan club here. He helped me from day one on ACC. Learned a lot from him. I mean, yeah. I agree. He's helped me a lot with just some of the management and computer stuff and just any questions I have on anything. So nothing but respect for him. So let's just check the map and see if we've got, of course, we've got our people here. This race has been unreal for most of the event, between Sabre, B. Matthew, that new guy. King is falling back a little bit, but this is the battle here. So we're going to keep it here for a little bit. Watch these guys, see how they do. I'm going to try to roll into a couple of in-car cameras here, see if I can get back to those guys. Do this. Do this. Keep it here for a little bit with that new guy, just a half a second, or half a tenth back, I guess, of Manser. Matt's currently on 1 warning, sitting in P8, so solid effort from Matt's side of the Ford as I check his stream. That new guy sitting in P14. They do have a back marker of Francis in between Croder and Sabre. A little bit of a gap there. Francis will do what he's got to do to let these guys go. He does, and lets them clear through. Croder and that new guy battling 0.6 of a second. Croder a little bit wide there. That new guy right to the back. Will have the slipstream up this long straight to 130R. Heavy braking zone there. There might be a switchback possibility here. He's got the inside here. That new guy takes that position from Manser Croder. Great move there. Great move there by that new guy. Takes the position, moves himself up to P12. Drive-through for Attended Genie. His race has gone from bad to worse. From someone that was up in the top 4 or 5, qualified P3, I believe. Unfortunately, it's gone bad. So, Chris, AC Evo looks good, but think we have to wait a long time for Xbox version. I think I agree, man. Like sometime, what? You think mid to latter of 25? Should be it should be interesting. So we'll keep rocking the ACC and keep leagues going and keep events coming, and hopefully bringing good racing to you guys. You guys participating in the racing, so that's always good. That new guy goes wide. It might allow Broder to pull up to the rear end of him there. We've only got 12 minutes to go in this race. Checking back through, we've got BMW 7762 and P9 currently. Has run a solid race so far. B. Matthew and P10 also has run a solid race. He's kind of broken his way from Sabre and that new guy, and now sits safely in P10. Attended Genie, there he is serving his drive-through. Actually, looks like he's gonna park it there for the day, because he'd be moving if it was a drive-through. Matt M. This is a race here. Matt M only looks like 0.8 of a second back to P2 Idodu. Idodu has made his way past them. I believe something either happened or it was a pit stop situation to where Matt M lost the spot. Thanks, Sonic. Appreciate it, man. Looking for all the follows I can get. Yeah, drive-through, man. Drive-through for Tendagini is not good. But these guys here are battling. Matt M and Idodu. They're battling for the second and third spot on the podium because Andam is gone. He's probably 14 or 15 seconds ahead at this point. Actually, looks like, if I can see it there, maybe 20 seconds ahead. So he's got it in the bag, but these guys are battling. They're just taking it all the way to the end. 10 minutes to go, 10:20 to be exact. And we're going to keep it on here for a little bit. Checking in with Mad Size. Made his way up to P6. Solid effort from the Mustang. And Styles sitting in P5. So Gowney there still holds off. Styles, and his stance to make up some points in the championship if he can hold on to that position of P4 and keep Styles back in P5. Clorp, 13th place now. Holy crap, let's check in with the legend. Clorp, P13, was off track, basically in last place, pit early, added the NOS, and has now made his way up to P13 and has a 7.3 second gap to P12. I don't know if it's possible for him to make up that amount of time in 9 minutes and 20 seconds. But solid recovery, Sonic is right, man. 100% solid recovery by him. So he got locked in. He probably told the crew, look, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me during corners. Don't talk to me during straightaways. Don't talk to me. Let me lock in. Do what I got to do. And bring this Ferrari home to get some sort of points. Because the points in this championship are pretty big. I think you're looking in the 60s. 60 for like P1, and then, you know, point for fastest lap, things like that. So, I mean, you can finish, you know, in his position of 13th and probably grab yourself a good 30 points or so, 35 points. I can't exactly remember, but maybe 40 points. So he's done a great job of making a comeback here. We're going to check in with Mad if we can get to him quickly. Back to these guys here. Still 0.7 of a second now Idodu has on Matt M. We're going to have to keep an eye on that, but we're going to see if we can check in with Mad Side. There's Doug's. A little bit of damage to the back. He's had some run-ins with a couple of folks in the front and the back, it looks like. And is now down in P19. He was sitting in the top 10 earlier on in the race, but has found his way into some trouble and is just trying to do damage control at this point. He is chasing down P18 of Thus 6107, and LR and Andam P1. That's an understatement. Who Darren in P15 has had a solid race as a rookie badge at this point, running 2:04.1. 2:01.3 is his best, so very, very solid lap time there. Saber has also run well in the Ferrari today, the number 73. Trying to hold off that new guy. He's got a 2.7 second gap at this point. P12. Do I see P12? Do I see P12 for Clorpt? Clorpt is in P12. And a 6 second gap to Croder. He is on the move. Clorpt is on the freaking move. 2:02.6 for Croder in front. This lap from Clorpt is going to be a 2:02.0. 0.6 of a second improvement on the guy in front. You do that over 6 minutes, which is probably, you know, about 3 laps. It's not going to be enough, but if Croder has a mess up, Clorpt is going to be there to snag up P12. It looks like the scoreboard was kind of messed up there, so he is actually in 13th. Mad Sai still hanging in P6. Let's check in with our buddy in the back. See how he's done. Freebird. He's got some racing in front. Andam is lapping some of the guys now in the field towards the back half. and currently sits at 20 seconds ahead of Adodu. Adodu and Matt M still battling. The gap is now to 1.7. Going to be some lap traffic here for these guys to get through, and it could pose a problem. But Matt M's going to have to do the same thing. Styles has gotten past Gowney, so that scenario of him making up some positions on Styles is not going to happen now. So just do what you can to hold on. Madsai is trying to run down the Ferrari of Gowney, and El Bambino just behind. So this is a pretty good battle here with a couple of Mustangs trying to chase down a Ferrari. Right now we've got 4 Mustangs in the top 10, and we've got 6 Ferrari in the top 10. So again, Ferrari is going to be extending its manufacturer's point lead at this point, and I don't know. We're going to need more Fords, and we're going to need some quick guys in the Fords to bring Ford back close to Ferrari, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. So the fastest guy on track, maybe it'll attract some attention. The fastest guy on track is in a Ford, okay? He's not cheating. He's in a Ford. The car is obviously fast. You just have to put some time into it and to learn the car. That's all. Just do that and come on out here to round 3 next week and put yourself in a Ford and make up some points and try to close the gap here for the Ford boys. Bambino and Madsai still with 4 minutes to go in the race are pretty close. Looks like 0.7 of a second gap from Bambino to Madsai. Checking a little further back with this battle, B. Matthew, like we talked about before, had kind of extended it. Saber and that new guy are somewhat close to each other still. Maybe a second or 2 gap there. Checking back in with Klorpt. There he is now. Klorpt is chasing down the number 60. And that gap is quickly coming down. Chris, if you can check in Klorp's stream there, tell me what his gap is to Croder. It looks like 4.6 here, but on track it looks a little bit closer, so I'm not 100% sure there. Checking in with Thus and P19. Actually P17. Doug's ball is just in front. .4 seconds is the gap, as reported by Klorp's crew chief Chris. Doing what he can. You're looking at about 2 laps to go to try to make the gap up to Mansur and take P12, which would be unbelievable comeback drive for his Ferrari and his boys in the pits. Freebird up to P21. I think he's improved a few positions this race. Watching the beautiful Mustang coming through the last few corners. Gorgeous car. Back up to Idodu. It looks like the gap is extended now, and it's 2.8 seconds from Matt M. NSX or NSR Styles VXR is a 5-second gap, so he most likely will finish in P4. Gowney, it's trying to hang on. He's 2.7 back with a lap to go. Mad size 7/10 back. We're going to go on board here with Mad as he tries to take P5 from Gowney. Heading through turn 1 and 2. Issue in front. He stays off into the grass. See if we can get back to Mad and get in the car there. Stick just behind him here to see what he can do in these last 6 or 7 corners on Gowney. Big opportunity here to open up the corner. Got a little bit on the inside, lost some traction there, and that's going to allow Gowney to get away. Gap now extending to 0.6 of a second. Ford Mustang doing everything it can to unleash the beast. He'd probably close it down to 0.5, and he does. Tap of the brakes there, let it run wide. Try to get on the power. As you can see, he's feathering it down at the bottom right there. Now he's on full power. The leader has finished the race. That's going to be Andam, but we're going to follow this one all the way through. Andam takes P1. It looks like the Idodu is going to take P2, and Matt M is going to come across in P3. But this race here is going to get spicy. There's Matt. He's going to the left side. Gowney cuts back across. Keeps the car within track limits. Mad goes a little bit deep. That's going to do it. Those two are going to come to the line. Gowney P5. Mad side P6. Bambino P7. BMW 7762 coming across the line to finish in P8. B. Matthew, solid effort, P9. Comes across the line. Saber, P10. That new guy, P11. Big ups to those guys there. Great racing. Great racing there. That's going to do it. That's round 2. Of the Ford versus Ferrari GTMR XEL versus series. Andam rocking some burnouts, celebrating his victory. Couple of surprises here. Hushed Webb not great this particular week, but I know he's got more in him there. Glow Stakes seemed to kind of struggle here at Suzuka. Doug's had some issues during the race, and found himself in the pits fixing quite a bit of damage there. Clorp's definitely drive of the day. Started out P9, found his way back to the back of the pack, worked his way back up to, I believe, P12 or 13. A couple guys are leaving now, so it's kind of messing things up. Gowney, solid performance. Will end up, I think he was P5 because Matt M left the server already. So that's going to be it. All you guys that tuned in, Chris, Shadow, Sonic, Attended Genie, all you guys. And then Zelix, I believe, was in here, but I don't see where he's at anymore. Oh, yeah, Zelexi. I appreciate all you guys stopping in. Appreciate the help. I will definitely look at getting a keyboard for next week, so that's going to be really, really cool. There's your finishing order there. Andam P1, Idodu, Madam, Styles finishes P4, Gowney 5, Madside P6, El Bambino P7, BMW 7762 is finished P8, B Matthew 717 P9, and Saber P10. Clorp does round out at P13, Croder P12, and that new guy P11. I think the drivers of the day for a comeback would be Clorp, but your guys Saber, that new guy, and Mansour Croder along with B Matthew, great racing for 45 minutes there. Very, very respectful from what I saw. And I appreciate the kind words, guys. I really appreciate it. So I will definitely be back next week. It's going to be a tough week for me next week. I've got a esports race on Saturday, and then I've got this on Sunday, and I think something else going on Sunday. But I'll be here As long as you guys want me here, I'll be here. So I appreciate everybody stopping in. I will check you guys out next week. Have a great one.